If you haven't noticed already, we are in a fusion rifle meta, and Void 3.0 Invis Hunters have precipitated that meta even further. If any of you even touched Trials of Osiris this weekend, you would have been on the receiving end of some fusion rifle shots. Today I want to talk about what I believe to be the current best fusion rifle in the game, and it isn't what you expect. If any of the OG Voop Nation remember an rental with backup plan, this is right up there in terms of potency. The fusion rifle that's absolutely grabbed my attention with this expansion is Likely Suspect. This is a rapid fire fusion. Hold up, rapid fire? I know what you guys are thinking. But Mr. Ronnet, precision frames like main ingredient are the meta and hit farther. I agree with the sentiment, but honestly now that Tap the Trigger has been nerfed significantly on fusion rifles, the main ingredient god roll does not feel as consistent. Zero has sold 2 rolls, Under Pressure Tap the Trigger and Firmly Planted Tap the Trigger, and both don't feel as consistent. If I'm not getting long range kills consistently, then honestly, with the longer charge time of main ingredient, I don't think it gives as much an advantage anymore. Now where were we? Likely Suspect is a rapid fire fusion rifle with a charge time of 460 milliseconds, which is significantly less than the main ingredient 760. What makes this gun an absolute beast is one particular crafted god roll. Without this specific perk combination, the gun doesn't feel anywhere near as good. With them, however, it goes from 0 to absolute hero. Honestly, you guys need to craft this god roll I'm going to state here and try this out ASAP. So let's get started with the god roll. For the barrel, I picked small bore. It gives 6 range, 6 stability, both of which are great for a fusion rifle. If you wanted to spec for pure range, which is just as viable, then Hammerforged Rifling gives plus 10 range, but honestly the 13cm difference in range wasn't worth losing the extra stability for me. For battery, Projection Fuse is good to gain plus 8 more range. Particle Repeater is also a good option here, but I did not want to lose the plus 8 range here. It's more of a difference than the small bore Hammerforged argument. Now for the all important bit, the perks. What you want is Enhanced Firmly Planted and Enhanced Successful Warm-Up. Firmly Planted is one of the best perks on a fusion rifle. Normal Firmly Planted gives 30 handling, 20 stability, decreases the accuracy cone size by 40, decreases the accuracy cone growth by 13%, and reduces horizontal recoil by 80. Now, stability and accuracy are going to make this thing feel like an absolute laser beam, whereby the bolts magnetize to the opponent and stay very tight together. Reducing horizontal recoil is key for fusion rifles as you want to hit all your bolts. If you picture a human, or Guardians at the least, they are taller rather than wider, so having less horizontal recoil is key for hitting all your bolts. Now, Enhanced Firmly Planted isn't like some of the other enhanced perks. Some of the other enhanced perks are garbo. Increases duration by like 0.25 seconds or something for a perk. Boring. This thing greatly increases accuracy, stability, and handling when crouched. Now we don't know the exact numbers for this and how much of an improvement this is from normal Firmly Planted, but when Bungie uses nomenclature like greatly, it gets me excited, boys. Honestly, the difference here is palpable in comparison to normally Firmly Planted. Now I know the caveat with Firmly Planted is that you have to be crouching, but this bonus applies even to sliding, and honestly with fusion rifles, both are so easy to achieve. There are other good perks in that column, however none hold a candle to Firmly Planted. Slideways gives handling and stability for 3 seconds after sliding, but doesn't give that accuracy bonus that Firmly Planted does. Heating Up does give stability and accuracy, but it requires a kill to trigger, which isn't ideal. And Perpetual Motion only gives a tiny stability and handling buff. Okay, let's move on to the second column. Now for the second column, what you want is Enhanced Successful Warm-Up. Now previously, whenever you had a masterwork or perk which decreased charge time for fusion rifles, you would suffer an impact nerf which made it much less attractive. This thing, however, straight up dials the charge speed to lightning fast and makes it pretty much a shotgun with 18 meters range. I may be the first YouTuber that's called a fusion rifle a shotgun, but honestly, I am not lying here. The charge time is minuscule and the perk stacks. The enhanced version increases the duration of the perk rather than the actual effect. So if you're short on materials like me, it's not as vital to get this one enhanced. Get Enhanced Firmly Planted first. Enhanced Successful Warm-Up is just going to increase that duration for a little bit longer, so you can spend a little bit more time finding that second or third unsuspecting fool who's going to get absolutely destroyed. Why I love Successful Warm-Up so much is that often in scenarios, once you've vooped the first person, The second person knows you're there. Either you've gone out of invisibility or the teammate has called you out. And then you generally don't have enough time to charge your fusion rifle for that second shot, especially if you're using something like main ingredient. This perk completely negates that drawback. The second or third guy that are near you completely get destroyed. What you have here is essentially an 18-meter shotgun once this perk is active that is so consistent because of firmly planted, provided you are crouching or sliding. Honestly, some of the double or triple kills I was getting in trials this weekend were just straight up bonkers. This gun paired up so well with invisibility, I felt like I needed to go take a shower afterwards because it was that dirty a tactic. To finish the gun off, add a counterbalance mod here, as this makes the recoil direction go from slightly slanted to perfectly vertical. I wouldn't personally recommend Icarus grip here, as the main point of the fusion is to stay crouched or sliding, and jumping up or staying upright with this fusion just did not feel anywhere near as consistent. Guys, I'm in absolute awe with this weapon. In my eyes, this is the strongest PvP weapon that Witch Queen has dropped, and I'm not even exaggerating by one bit. The gun only requires one deep sight resonance pattern to drop before you can craft it, so it's very easy to craft. Go craft it quickly, guys. Go level it up in Shura-Chi, and then test this thing out. Do not test this thing out without these perks, as it won't feel anywhere near as good. You want both of these perks before you give your opinion. What other weapons do you guys want me to do a review on? Let me know in the comments below. But if you enjoyed what I talked about today, then please like the video, as that helps me out a ton here, guys. Comment below what you think about this fusion rifle meta this season, and subscribe for more PvP and PvE Destiny 2 content. That's it for today, folks. Peace out.